Hi, I'm Madge.
And I'm Tom. We work at Exasol, a partner of the STATWARS competition and a tech company that aims to accelerate data insights for organisations around the world.
In our jobs, we help our colleagues make the most of the data available to them. Often, this means taking large data sets and presenting them in more digestible ways using graphs, infographics or dashboards.
In this video, we'll talk about the basics of what data is. We'll also cover where data comes from and what forms it takes to help kick off your thinking around your STATWARS competition entry.
There's broadly two ways to think about data. Firstly, as information, especially facts or numbers, that's collected and then can be analysed to inform our decision making. And secondly, as information in electronic form that can be stored and used by a computer.
This is important to remember. It's easy to think that all data refers to digital information, but data can also refer to something as simple as a tally jotted down on a piece of paper. Anything really, like how many mushrooms I spot on a weekend walk.
Yes, and that brings us to where the data comes from.
Like with my mushroom spotting, data can be produced manually by someone observing the world and recording what they see.
Another way to produce data is to survey people and record their answers.
These manual forms of information gathering were the main source of data for much of history, until, of course, the computer.
Nowadays, more data is being produced than ever before. Think about the sensors in a Formula One car transmitting data about the vehicle status back to the pits to be analysed.
Or what about social media? Every time someone posts something, it generates tens of data points, each one recorded, stored, and potentially analysed in the future.
In our jobs, for example, we might study data that's generated by thousands of customers browsing and buying from an online store to help identify trends.
Now, we can think about what forms data takes, and these can be broken down into two main groups.
The first is quantitative. As the name suggests, this is about the numbers or volumes of things. Again, like the number of mushroom types Tom sees in his walks.
The second group is qualitative, which describes the qualities or attributes of what's being recorded, like the shape or colour of each mushroom type. These two types can be broken down further as well. Stay with us here.
Quantitative data relating to numbers can be discrete, such as the number of students in your class, 23, 24, 25 and so on.
Or how many types of mushroom I see on a walk.
Yes, you can count up discrete data, but quantitative data can also be continuous, like the heights of students in your class. Continuous data can be seen as plotted somewhere in a scale.
On the other hand, qualitative data, descriptive attributes, can be broken down in two ways as well. First, nominal data, things like hair colour and the sports people like to play. You can think of these as labels. And then there's ordinal data, which is descriptive information that can be recorded on a scale. Think of the ABC grades that people get in exams, or ranking mushrooms as small, medium, large.
Thinking about where your data comes from and the types you collect will be really useful in your competition entries.
It will be especially useful when you come to scrutinising and organising the data you collect, which is the topic of our next video.
We'll see you then.